I'm Desiree. I'm from the Women of Beauty and Means website, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about a new series. So it's going to be 4 tips on how to fall in love with your life, how to let your life seduce you, or if you don't like that term, because it bothers some people, how to be endlessly charmed by your own life, which is something we're all striving for. But how do you go about doing that? So there's 4 tips that I have, but today I'm going to go over the first one. So first, I want you to think of someone that you find charming. It could be anyone. It could be a celebrity, it could be a politician, it could be a character in a movie or a book that you happen to love. All of that works. And I want you to think about what makes that person charming. So for me, it's Oprah. And Oprah has money, she has success, she's ambitious, she's creative, she has fantastic sense of style, and yet all of those things don't actually make her charming because lots of people have those things and are not charming. And I'm sure if you think of the people in your life who are charming or the celebrity you thought of, you'll find the exact same thing. It's not qualities of who they are that make them charming. It's not being articulate or having a great sense of style. Those are bonuses, but they're not actually what makes someone charming. Lots of people have those things and they may not be charming at all. But when you think of that person like Oprah, what I think of is the way they pay attention to other people. They are engaged with them. They put all of their attention on them. They act like the person in front of them is fascinating and interesting and the most important person in the world in that moment. I remember a great story from someone about a politician they met. They said that the politician, even when they shook their hand, made eye contact with them. They spent some time with them. They seemed really interested in what they had to say. And when the politician left with all their PAs and people telling them about the time, what was interesting is that everyone in the room made the same comment, that they felt like they personally had a connection with that person because of the way that politician treated them, the way they made eye contact, the questions they asked, those sorts of things. That is charm. So by now you're probably thinking that I'm going to ask you to put all of your attention on other people and to be interested and fascinated in them, but you would be wrong, because what we're searching for is to be charmed by our own life, to be seduced by our world, by our life. And so the attention you need to put is to take all of your awareness, all of your attention, and put it back on you, back on your life. Because as women, I think that we all have a knack for putting all of our attention, our awareness, our energy, our skills, and putting it all on other people. We have all these worries and concerns and this big awareness of other people's lives. The problem with that is that it renders your own life invisible. And if you don't even have an awareness, if you can't see your own life, it has no power to be able to charm or seduce you. So that's where I want you to go. How do you do this? The first thing is you have to learn to surrender. You have to let other people solve their own problems. And the second part is that you have to take your awareness and actively put it on your own life. So a great way to do that is to get yourself a journal, get yourself a pen, set up a day, a time every day. Just do 10 minutes and set the timer on your phone for 10 minutes and spend that time alone with your journal asking some questions about your own life. So ask yourself, what do I want? What's going on with my life right now? How am I feeling? What did I used to do that I'm not making time for? What am I curious about? If you could do college over, what classes would you take just for fun? What have you not been willing to admit that isn't quite working out? It needs some help. I don't even want you to focus on finding a solution. That's not important right now. What is important is that you keep taking your attention and putting it back on your life. So make that a daily practice. There's a couple things that you'll find from doing this that are sort of nice. The first is that you have a lot more attention, time, you have a lot more sort of space to think about yourself and to do the things that you've wanted to do if you feel inclined to do that. The second is you will be amazed, surprised, and delighted by just how creative, capable, and intelligent the people around you are. When they know they are the ones who have to solve their own problem, somehow they figure it out. And if they really need your help, they will ask you for it. You will also start to like the people around you a lot more because you won't be viewing them as a big burden. And so that's a nice thing. But also, the third thing is that the people around you will start to treat you better and be a lot nicer and happier to be around you. When you let them figure out their own problems, you give them a lot more freedom and acceptance to figure things out for themselves and to feel like they don't have to live up to your expectations. And they will start to like you a lot more and enjoy spending time with you more. And that is a great gift. So to wrap up, the very first step for finding your own life charming or being seduced by your own life is to bring your awareness back to you and your life. Think of someone charming. Think of all the things that make them charming, the way they treat people, and apply that to your life. Start by getting a journal, getting a pen, setting that time up. Get it all ready for yourself the night before. I love to do this in the morning. And just think about some questions about what you're interested in and what you want your life to look like in the future. Thanks so much for listening. I'll be back next week with step